Good evening, viewers and listeners. We are live and welcome to the Seven Cities Shoptalk Sports Show, broadcasting to you from the beautiful snowy state of Virginia to everyone all over the world. I am your host, Big Law Lawrence Johnson, and as I said, this is your Seven Cities Shoptalk Sports program. And I can tell you one thing is clear: this could be a one of these storms that we'll always remember. But before we even get into the weather, let's talk about some Wahoo sports. I got two of my other co-hosts here in the building. First, I'm gonna bring you is Ed. How you doing, Ed?
I'm doing okay. I got another 3.5 weeks till baseball season's back, so I think I can hang on till then.
I know you're excited.
Snowmageddon or no Snowmageddon, I think I can hang on till then.
Think you can hang on till then?
Yeah, I think with some French toast, I think I can hang on.
You said French toast?
Yes, everybody's running out getting milk, bread, and eggs. Apparently, French toast is going to save us all.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to talk about that. And we are. We're gonna have some fun with this weather.
If you got a recipe, send it.
Right, that's right. And also, we got a lady in the house, AB. What's going on, AB?
Oh, I am, my normal. I'm usually eating dinner when I'm on. So, of course, eating dinner with you guys tonight. And then I actually just not lost. I just launched my travel agency business today. So, any of your travel needs, come talk to me. But other than that, I'm just I'm working on that and talking to you guys and got a lot of different fires going on. But
where are we going?
Wherever you want to go, Ed.
Well, we may have to have you set.
My wife usually tells me where to go.
I mean, you may have to traveling.
We may have to set up a travel for the team as like one of your first ventures is setting us up to all go somewhere as a squad.
Yeah, if anybody wants to sponsor us.
There you go.
Hint, hint.
That'd be awesome.
And let me get it off the ground first, Ed.
Right.
It's called Booking with Bowling. So,
what is it called again?
Booking with Bowling. So,
okay, all right, yeah. If you got any of your links, go ahead and type it in the comments if you can, or put it somewhere so we can put it up.
I'm going to share it on my page. So,
okay,
guys.
All right. Well, I can tell you, we got a few things to speak of this evening. One thing we're going to talk about is the team actually being ranked number 16 at the end of the season, the in-season poll, which a lot of people will not put a lot of respect on or credence into the preseason poll, because really you don't know what's what and who's what. But they put a lot of respect on the postseason poll, a lot more so because that's after the fact, after everything's shaken out. And that's when we kind of can look at what this team looks like, what they did and what accomplishments and what they have been ranked. But we'll also talk about Indiana just won the national championship in football. That's right, not basketball, but football. And that, to me, is the unthinkable, and to have that completed and done, and for the most part, they dominated while they were doing it. Is that possible? Is it sustainable? We'll get into that as a question. And also, UVA basketball's on a roll. What the Wahoos have going on right now is something I don't think any of us really expected. We thought Coach Odom would field a competitive team, but a team that a lot of folks are really starting to take notice and starting to think, hey, this could be a championship squad from the ACC, and then getting into the NCAA tournament and where they can go from there. So yeah, let's go ahead and just try to jump right into the rest of these. The first topic here. So right off the bat, boom, Ed.
Yes, sir.
Let me bring you in.
All right.
So Virginia being ranked number 16. I know it's been a long while for you since the last time both of the polls. Oh, there's Wood.
I think the Earth was cooling the last time that happened.
Right. There's Wood. How you doing, Wood?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?
Hey, look at Wood with the beard. Okay, got the beard out. All right, beard gang, and he has on his Dallas hat. Okay, all right. So yeah. But Ed, we're getting ready to jump into the first topic. UVA finishing number 16, and let's go ahead and hear what you got to say, Ed.
It's it's. I was thinking back to the beginning of last year, this past season. I was struggling to find 8 wins. Wasn't feeling real solid about that, but um, it's nice to see. Um, Nobody gave us any credit. We were a terrible team. We were supposed to finish 14th with the schedule that everybody already knew about. Um, so to have, what was it, 11 wins?
11 wins.
11 wins from a team that I was searching for 8. I felt better about 7 than I did 8, but I said 8. Yeah, it's a lot of, it's a tremendous progress. So I'm excited now. Now all we have to do is build on it.
Absolutely right. Let me come to you, AB. Let me get you in here. So, finishing 16 in both polls, AP poll and coaches poll. What's your opinion about that happening?
I mean, I think it was expected. I mean, we ended up, yes, we lost the ACC championship, but turned around and did well in the ball game. So, I expected us to be somewhere in the range between, I expected more like 18 to 22 ish. So 16 was a little bit of a surprise. But we have a quality team. I mean, we could have done some things different in the losses that we took. But we are continuing to build, and from the transfer portal moves, I think that we're being really smart. We're being really aggressive and looking forward to what we do next year. But like I said last week, it's all about, what you do with the talent on the field. So we can get all this talent. It's putting it all together. So looking forward to seeing how we do that and continue to boost on that.
There's one thing I also got to bring in. I was gonna also forgot to say we're gonna have to comment on that Duke situation as well, and how the NCAA, I mean how Duke, is suing Mensa, suing their quarterback. But before we get too far, I want to get Wood's opinion.
What?
Yeah, I want to get Wood's opinion on number 16 coming in the AP and the coaches poll. Talk to me, Wood.
Wow.
How do you feel about the UVA football team finishing the year as high as they did?
I think it's the highest we've been since, what is it, 1995, 96?
Something like that, yeah.
Somewhere along the line. So, yeah, I mean, you can't take anything away from what they did and what we are, but it's a new season now. So I think we hit the portal strong. Um, I think on paper, quarterback, without Channel Marsh, but I think we actually have a better team this year moving forward than what we ever had. But yeah, I mean, that's the best ranking we've had in 30 years. So
Yeah.
give props where it's due.
Yeah. I think having that many wins for sure, 11 wins, finishing up with the bowl, and also finishing the
Can we make sure
finishing.
we're muting too? I'm getting like some background noise a little
I
bit.
got you. I got it. Appreciate that. Thank you, AB. But yeah,
Ed's doing that in their
I got you.
it's Ed's
But
fault.
starting early. But this is what I can say. I feel like this squad really defined a lot of things that UVA is right now and moving forward. It was always get into the portal, or excuse me, get these young kids. Let's develop these kids. Let's see how well we can train them up and get them on the field, let them develop in your system. To me, I think, yeah, you got to have young folks come into your program to backfill your roster. But really, the veterans are ruling the day. Your red shirts that are sophomores, juniors, and seniors, and grad students, those are ruling the day right now. Those are the ones making decisions. Those are the ones shaking up college football. And I don't feel there's a unless you're a super duper uber talented freshman coming in, you're not even really going to get time like that. Now you'll get paid because a lot of the high end players, whatever level you are, as far as freshman or senior, you're going to get paid for your services. But I don't even think there's going to be a ton of freshmen really making differences as it always is. But they're not even going to play like that based off of how this hierarchy system of tenured players who have been there, who have seen the speed of the game, who have had success on the gridiron on the college level. Those are the kids ruling today. Those are the players that are defining what college football is about nowadays. So to me, it's really about bringing in the best talent that fits your system. It's not always, and this is a great segue into Indiana. Indiana did this without 5 stars, and I don't know how many 4 stars, but it wasn't many either. But you think about what Virginia did, winning more games than he ever had. I mean, I was going out. I feel like I was going out on the limb saying they win 9 games at the beginning of the year, but I felt confident in what I saw, and then of course the schedule I felt lent to a favorable record. But they lost the 3 games they lost. They all lost on the last play of each game, which to me speaks volumes of how much further this team could have been. They should have already been. They should have gotten in to the college football playoff if not for these 3 mistakes at the end of the game. So, UVA finishing 16, great for the program, great to build off of, and we're obviously seeing the results of players coming in from all over the place, wanting to be a part of it, wanting to continue to build a brand. They are not rebuilding, they are reloading. And one thing we do have to give them credit for, and they take a lot of crap and have taken a lot of mess, the staff at UVA and Coach Elliott. One thing we're going to have to give them is credit for developing transfer portal talent. Even when they weren't winning, they would still develop some transfer portal talent, namely the receivers and some linemen. They did a great job of developing players that have come that already have had experience. So, you guys want to comment on any of that there? Yep,
Do
I got
really
you. Come on in. There you go.
They do a good job of identifying guys that can fit into their system.
Right.
A lot of these guys, it's not easy to walk in. Sometimes not even with spring practice, but just whatever you pick up those couple weeks in the fall. These guys are contributing. So, credit, as Wood said, credit where credit's due. They're identifying guys that could come in and help us right away.
No doubt about it. We'll help you right away. And then also, they have to run the system. They have to run the system that that the Wahoos actually are implementing, and they have to pick it up right away. Have to be a quick study, and they actually are. And and I like what they're doing. From what I've seen for these past 2.5 years now of trying to get the right talent in the right places. So good for the program. We see the results. And next week, we're going to have Jackie on, and she's going to give us a whole synopsis of what has happened in the transfer portal and how many players came in, how many players left, and kind of where everything sits right now. I think it's cooled down. The portal is closed. There is no more portal moving forward unless you have a coach that leaves and you still only get 15 days. Before they had 30 days to figure out where they needed to go. They shortened that portal time as well. And so now there is no portal for the spring. This was it. And that's why
I thought they just could enter, like they had to enter by this date. I thought they still could decide where they wanted to go. I just thought they still had to enter by this date. Like you couldn't, like they shortened it so that people just weren't like randomly deciding to jump in. I thought today or whatever the day it was that was the day you could enter. The
Right.
last day to enter. So they can still go visit and figure out where they're going, but they already have to have that obligation in the transfer portal. Am I wrong about that?
No, you're right about that. No, they had to be either go in or go out.
Right.
But the secondary portal, there's no longer. So they had a portal for the winter, and then they had a portal for the spring.
Right.
There
But
is no portal for the
people
spring.
can still decide where they're going to go, though, right? As long as
Yes,
in the portal, as long as they're in it, they can
I believe so.
go
Yes,
wherever.
I believe so. Yes, but you have to declare.
Right.
You have to declare by then. If you didn't declare, then you were you're out of luck. It's either you're staying where you are, or you're probably giving up your scholarship and just leaving school, or you're not playing football for that team unless you're walking on somewhere. Now that is a choice as well. You wanted to walk on, but that was it. So these kids that are out there now that have their name in the portal, and let's go ahead and jump into it now before we even get into Indiana. Mensa, the quarterback at Duke. Anybody out there, and the folks in the chat, y'all want to comment on this? Let's go ahead and get it in. I want to come to Wood on this. I know Wood, you probably got a strong opinion about what Mensa is doing and also what Duke is doing in their defense to try to get, I guess, some compensation back or try to, state their case, for Mensa, maybe leading them astray or leading them along or whatever. But let me get you in here, Wood. Talk to me, man. What do you feel about this Mensa thing with Duke and being sued? Mensa putting his name in late. A buyout I heard is probably out there. What you got, man?
So, I think that's where it's going to get sticky, not only in Duke's situation, but overall. He signed a contract apparently last year. Whatever he signed, the contract, whatever the case might be, they're saying that he didn't fulfill it. He was supposed to be there to December of 26, which is a whole nother year. Now he's saying he's backing off his contract, with negotiations, whether they pay him, whether they're not. He breached contract. They're trying to not pay him at all because they're saying he breached contract because he's supposed to be there for a whole another year through December of 26. So I don't know. I think it's a sticky situation, but that's where we are in college football now. It's almost like the NFL with agents, and you have to get lawyers involved. Judges are going to have to rule on what they see, but so does it really benefit the player at all? Do you actually get your full money if you back out of the contract that you signed? I'm all for him doing what he has to do. He had a hell of a season at Duke, and he could enter the portal once he wants to do, and he could probably go to a big school and get, 3 to 5 million, 6 million, 7 million, whatever the case may be. But is he going to have to pay Duke back that money? So, no, I don't have the answer, but I get your question, Law. But he's got another year on his contract that he's backing out of. And I think that's where it gets involved with lawyers and judges, and they're going to have to just make a whole big mess of it. But I'm all for the kid doing what he wants to do because obviously he's a hell of a player, so he can actually go to a bigger school, probably make, $5 million or so. I don't know what Duke was paying him, but I don't know. I think it's going to be case-by-case basis forever now that this Pandora's box has been opened.
I think that they're definitely going to have to pay it out, whatever Duke is owed for breaching the contract. They're going to have to get paid for it. You're really getting into the pros here. It's a situation where we're looking at a situation where players are really doing things in their best interest, and I understand that. But this may be the first piece of like regulating what what players can and cannot do with this contract. You know, Ed, what? Okay, Ed, let me go ahead and bring you in, man. I see you. Here you go. I got you muted. There you go.
I'm dying over here. We wanted it to be like the pros. Well, guess what? Yeah, if this was Major League Baseball or the NFL or even NBA, any of the major professional sports leagues, we'd be talking about tampering charges. It sounds like.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have someone who's under contract to another university, and you start dangling money and trying to get them to break that contract, you're tampering.
You know what? That may not be out of the question once this all shakes out.
Yeah, I mean, are we going to have a free agent compensation pool for the kids who lose transfers? You know, maybe the kids who are left without a scholarship at the end of this can go into some sort of a Sadie Hawkins dance or something and find themselves a scholarship. Yeah, I mean, I would think, just off the top of my head, they would have to pay him for the time he was there. But if they paid him, I'm wondering if they paid him based on the 2-year deal or just 1 year at a time. There's been some talk of having these be 2-year deals, and that would probably be okay. But what if one party wants to get out of it after the first year? Then there has to be some sort of procedure in place to address that, because it's going to come up. I was trying to think, wasn't there? It was Miami and somebody got into it last offseason regarding a trip. Was it Carson Beck?
Yeah, Beck was a big deal. Was a big deal. Then he got paid
the super duper senior, yeah,
a ton of money, as well, and that was a huge story with him.
Yeah, that was. It's the contracts are great. They can protect both sides, but if you don't enter into them in good faith, you're playing with fire, I feel like.
Right. Well, let me bring AB on this, man. This whole Mensa thing. What is your opinion on this?
I mean, y'all already know. Yes,
you might be muted, AB.
No, she's good.
Ed, can you mute though? Can you hear me now?
Looks like
Ed, can...
Hold on a second, AB. Hold on 1 second. Go ahead, speak.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear Ed?
Thumbs up.
Can't hear Ed now either.
Well, Ed's muted.
Hold on. I'm having a sound issue. You guys go ahead.
Can you hear me? Ed, can you hear me? Okay, Ed can hear me. So I think the biggest thing with this is it's just like anything. And this is the part of being an adult. If you want to play these games, you want the money, you signed a contract. You know what that contract says, and it is what it is. That's a legal binding document. So I don't know what he expects to be. I mean, I don't blame Duke for suing him, because I'm sure it's a lot of money. And I just don't think that you should just be able to get like, oh, let me take my money and run. Like, no, your agreement says until December of 2026. So he should have to play this season at Duke, or at least go, abide by his contract, whatever the case may be. I mean, you can't just keep getting out of things when you're trying to be this is a part of being a responsible adult. So
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I was just saying, I think this is part of being a responsible adult. You signed a contract. It is what it is. You want money like an adult. This is what it is. So I don't blame Duke. I mean, I understand the kid wants to see what else he's what else is optional, for him out there, but you should have thought about that before you signed that contract.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you thought that may after this year may want to look somewhere else, you should have never signed a contract that was valid until December 2026. So I'm not mad at Duke. I think that they have every right to do that. This is what you signed for. You gave me your word, you put it on a legal document. So we'll see how it plays out, but I think this is why it's important to make sure you have the right lawyers in place or the right agent in place to make sure that you're abiding by what you can follow through with as an adult.
Right. Absolutely. I feel like it's it's this litigious piece, as they would say, is only the tip of the iceberg. It's the kids it's been a wild west situation. They've already cracked down on having too many portals. Now there's only one portal instead of two, and they're giving you a shorter time to make a decision on where you want to go once your coach decides to leave. And now they're giving teams are feeling like, hey, if you're gonna do this to me, I'm gonna take you to court over it. And good for both sides. Both sides are standing up for themselves, and we'll see how it all shakes out in court. The young man does have the opportunity or does have the obligation for himself and for his family to see what's the best deal out there for him. But also Duke and whoever the company is, also once you sign that contract, as Avi said, you're obligated to that. There needs to be a buyout or something of a compensation in there to make whoever whole or to make it so that it's fair for both sides. If going separate ways is the choice by both sides, so they're not, both of them or both sides are left not having what they want. So let's see how it all shakes out, and it's gonna be something that is gonna shape. I think this case is gonna do something like shape what exactly this transfer portal and the rules of it are gonna be. So everybody stay tuned, get your popcorn ready, because this is gonna be a situation that's very, very shaping of what transfer portal is and what your obligations are from a contractual standpoint. With that being said,
hang on, just one quick thing. I was curious because this kind of caught me out of left field. So I was doing a little real-time research, and there was a judge in North Carolina that said that Duke has to enter his name into the transfer portal tomorrow.
Mm.
And the school that he is rumored to be transferring to
Miami
is none other than Miami.
Yeah. Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
The portal giveth and the portal taketh away.
Yeah, Miami's gonna have to pay that. And they want him.
Good luck.
Yep. And I believe they will. They just can't. They feel like, they are.
Does Miami have money?
They have a lot of stars. I would imagine the alumni has it. I really do. I feel like they do. It's just a matter of them, seeing if they can.
Maybe there's a Michael Irvin club or something.
Hang
out on the sidelines.
He has that.
They have money for winning the championship and stuff too. So.
Oh yeah, they got a whole bunch. Yeah, the ACC actually awarded them all of the money that they were going to divvy up, I guess, between the teams, because every time a team from the conference gets to the next level of the tournament, they it goes into a pool and the money's kind of divvied out. And I think the ACC gave all the money that Miami had that they had won for the conference. I think the ACC actually gave them that money. So
they could certainly afford this kid.
Yeah, and it may come back to bite Duke in the tail. But let's talk about this Indiana thing.
Was
it 16-0?
Yeah, first 16-0 team ever.
I think. Well, there was.
I think it's probably the first time we played 16 games, but still.
It was, I want to say, was it Yale? It was something in the early 1990s.
Was it?
What's going on, Peggy? What's up? Devin's in there. Devin's saying Indiana can't sustain.
Yeah.
Has so many 6th and 7th year players. Miami was playing against. Yeah, they were. They were playing against.
Don't you be dissing the chosen one now.
Now this is going to be good. I can tell you already because
leave my boy Mendoza alone.
Well, let me come to you, AB. I mean, 16-0, dream season accomplished. Do you think this is sustainable?
I do, because this is put them on the map. So, them being able to get high quality recruits. I'm not saying that they'll be able to go, a no loss season, but I definitely think that they will continue. I mean, it's just like Alabama. When you start winning, like it's easier to get those higher graded athletes.
No, employees. You had it right.
Yeah, you had it right the first time.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I think it'll be helpful for them that they did so well because they'll be able to get the guys in there. But and NIL is going to come into play. I think that the NIL is making everybody a little bit more competitive. So I think it'll be a little bit harder to necessarily go undefeated. But yeah, JMU North did well last night.
Oh, here we go.
They did do well.
I was waiting for that to come in.
You saw the block punt. I mean, he was JMU. Surratt, JMU. Aiden Fisher, how many times we hear his name last night? JMU.
Totally unrelated, but I think Tech missed the boat when they filled their coaching vacancy. I would have made a package deal for JMU's football coach and their AD.
Ooh.
Because I don't know what JMU was doing down there, but they seem to be really good at identifying young talent in the coaching ranks. Because isn't the guy who was coaching the basketball team last year, isn't he moved on to greener pastures?
I don't know.
They've been. I mean, nothing you can say except JMU.
JMU's definitely been competitive for a long time.
Yeah, football greater than. More than most, and still ascending.
they do well recruiting in Virginia. A lot of those guys that you heard last night, they're from Virginia, and they weren't high ranking athletes coming out. But look at them; they competed at the national level. So, as much as I don't like Kurt Cinetti with the way he handled and how he left JMU, I don't care for him, but I'm happy for the boys that played last night. Like, that's an opportunity of a lifetime that they may have never gotten at JMU. I mean, it just depends. You can't ever like predict what could have happened, right? So, yes, they're talented, but their draft stock went last night. So, I'm happy for them and just really glad to see some people from Virginia be able to represent on the national level.
Yeah. I think this. I think Cignetti doing what he did, and the players, because like you said, there's a lot of players from Virginia on that team. I think, speaking of Virginia, winning 11 games with a ton of 3 stars, a couple 4 stars. I don't think we had any 5 stars. I think it's a similar formula, and I think even this year, right now, the kids that they're bringing in, a lot of them are not 5 stars. None of them are 5 stars. Maybe a 4 star or 2 out of the 20 plus kids they brought in. And my man Devin and JMU has a secret weapon. They charge the students a large sports fee. Yeah, they do. My guy at Augusta Free Press talks about that, how JMU plays, the students pay a huge sports charge for that. But my thing is with Virginia doing what they did last year with a bunch of 3 stars, a lot of kids from smaller schools. We did have some kids from big schools too, but they had a lot of kids from smaller schools, and they did the same thing this year. They had a lot of kids from smaller schools, a lot of 3-stars, in fact. And let's go. I mean, you can get the talent, you can have the 4 and 5 stars, but the thing is, can you still coach them up? And I think this is where UVA has turned the corner to me, that they were able to coach the kids up. And think about Indiana, not a 5-star on the roster, hardly any 4-stars, but mainly 3-stars, what that roster was made up of. And they coached the hell out of that team. And that just comes to show you, those are pro characteristics. You think about a Bill Belichick, how Bill Belichick would have a star quarterback, but a lot of the players, were serviceable, were players who were who were drafted and being developed, also getting time, but that's a Belichick quality. When you bring in the young talented guys, but they're not maybe the top of the draft pick, of top draft picks of the any NFL draft. And because remember, New England wasn't picking, high in any of those drafts. They were picking towards the end, because they were always in the playoffs, always in the championship game, or going to the Super Bowl. They never picked high. So the talent they got the right players to fit their system. And then, they coached the hell out of them, coached them up. And that's what our guys at UVA has done with their squad. And also, that's what Indiana has done so well. And it's not even close. They're beating the hell out of people, beating the hell out of them. Anything you want to add to that, Ed?
Some of the rankings for recruiting classes over the years, to see how I'm not even sure how I do this, but how accurate it is. I'm curious. Are we misidentifying them on the front? Are they not getting coached up? I mean, I know we had a guy, Jamari Taylor, had to walk on at Division II, and he was what, first team all conference or second team? I mean,
led the conference in rushing.
He doesn't even get a D1 scholarship offer. Doesn't get a D2. Has to walk on at a D2 school, and now he's first team all conference. I feel pretty safe in saying somebody missed something. So is it on the scouting end? Is it on the evaluation end? I'm sort of curious now.
Yeah, I am. What about you, AB? Anything you want to add to this Indiana and Virginia? I'm making the comparison. I'm putting it there because Virginia had a lot of success, the most successful, season when it comes to wins, and they did it with a lot of 3-stars. They coached the hell out of those guys.
I mean, I don't have a lot to say on like that specific part, but I want to give a shout out to the running back for the sign language after the touchdown. Being someone who is definitely religious, for him to sign "Jesus loves you" after he scored was very touching. And then also just seeing Mendoza, I had no idea that Mendoza's mom had MS. So seeing the way that his dad and his mom celebrated, seeing the way his dad sits down and celebrates with his mom, like that was touching. And so just, there was a lot of heart, not just for football, but in life on that, during that game. So I just had to point out those things that, and it's crazy because I saw on TikTok today, a lot of people that are, that have to speak with sign language that are deaf, they are reacting to him signing after his touchdown, and how much they were like shocked that he did that. So very humbling to see. Love to see it. And of course his story about his dad and how he plays for his dad. Just very touching, and there's some really great guys on that field last night.
Come on, Foster.
Was it Foster? Is that
The
his name?
running back. The
Yeah.
running back for Miami.
Yeah.
Who was the player who did the sign language?
Fletcher? Was it Fletcher or Foster?
Or maybe it was Fletcher.
Yeah. He
Okay.
signed Jesus Loves You after his touchdown. So definitely thought that was very, very unique. It's definitely a very respectful way to do a touchdown celebration. But it brought into, a different community that, I thought it was awesome that he did that.
Absolutely. Whenever it's all about inclusivity. Won't get too political with that, but that's what it is for me. Inclusivity and, bringing us all together and, and making it work, sitting down with each other and learning it about how to make everything work for everyone. But let's go further. Wahoo basketball. Let's talk about the basketball team that, in my opinion, is kind of shocking the whole ACC. No one really felt the Wahoos would be in the position they're in. They're second, I believe, in the ACC. And, they have UNC this weekend. And I think they could springboard, in my opinion, I think they could springboard themselves even further with the win over the Tar Heels. Now, to me, I don't think this game should be close coming up Saturday. But, after this conversation, we're going to talk about the weather. Hopefully it still goes on because we're looking at a monster snowstorm possibly coming through and hitting all of Virginia. And that's something that we'll get to. But Ed, let me speak to you about this, man, this basketball squad. I'm excited about this squad.
I was just thinking, can you imagine the hue and cry if something happens to this game and people have to miss Virginia, Carolina? You can get away with, if it was Ferrum or something like that. Whatever. Yeah, I'm not driving up there for Ferrum, but missing out on the Carolina game. I imagine there would be some pretty upset folks. That being said, sometimes you do have to save people from themselves. It wouldn't be the first time we played in an empty arena. It would certainly take away a lot of our advantage as far as home court. I would be curious to see what sort of turnout you would get from the students. Again, it's if the accumulations are what they're forecasting, it's still not going to be a light dusting. It's going to be, I'm hearing anywhere from 6 to 12 inches, which I'm sure people up north don't care about, but we don't care that you don't care. We moved down here because we really don't like, massive snow accumulation. So,
it's gonna be a lot.
But what would the university make some sort of accommodation for students? It open seating. If you can get here, fine. If you can't, donate your ticket, and we'll credit your Virginia Athletic Foundation that amount.
I'm gonna be honest, with the amount of snow that we're supposed to get, there's a large chance that the game will be like either canceled or rescheduled.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, because this is going to be some nasty travel weather. Never mind. You're playing inside, so that's not the problem. But this is going to be some really nasty travel weather.
What time is the game Saturday?
2:00.
Hey.
It's not supposed to start until.
Would they move it up
later?
No.
But it's 3 to 4 inches Saturday, which is drivable.
It's a
little messy, it's drivable.
Don't get stupid, it's drivable. Yeah.
The problem is the overnight, which is 16 to 19 inches on Sunday.
Oh,
so
that's a lot of French toast.
That's in Charlottesville.
Wow.
That's for Charlottesville. So I'm just looking right now what it says. Yeah. So it's 3 to 4 inches for Saturday. But overnight because it's supposed to be an all-day event.
Plus 16 and 19?
16 to 19 inches total precipitation.
This could
After
be
3 to
Snowmageddon.
4?
It says 3 to 4 for Saturday, and then on
Oh,
Sunday, 16 to 19.
I feel a lot of people making potato soup Saturday.
Yeah.
What?
That's Charlottesville.
Yeah, AB, the weather girl. Give us the our weather girls, AB. We're gonna have to get you a green
which ties
screen.
right into the travel business.
Right, exactly.
In Harrisonburg, we're expecting 4. It's supposed to start a little bit earlier here.
Mhm.
So 4 to 5 on Saturday, and then 14 to 17 on Saturday.
4 to 5 on Saturday, 14 to 17.
Oh,
Yeah. And
man.
then those coming from Northern Virginia, y'all's are supposed to last from Saturday to Monday. So Saturday, 2 to 3 inches. Sunday, 15 to 19 inches, and then less than an inch on Monday. But it's supposed to be, going through to like.
Say that again.
Yeah,
15.
Northern Virginia, Manassas area, 2 to 3 inches on Saturday.
Yeah.
15 to 19 on Sunday, and about an inch on it's technically Sunday night. It's supposed to stop at like 12:31 a.m. on Monday morning.
Yeah,
Give me Virginia. Ed, where are you?
I'm about a half hour north of Charlottesville. I'm in the thriving metropolis of Gordonsville.
Oh yeah, let's see.
Gordon's Vegas, as we like to call it.
Gordonsville, Saturday, 3 to 4, 16 to 20. Ed, on Sunday.
Woo-hoo! Praise the Lord and pass the French toast.
Give me Virginia Beach.
Yes, sir. Give me 2 seconds here.
What in the world?
Well, AB, you're gonna have to get faster with this.
So Friday, it says mainly you're going to get a bit of rain and wintry mix, but on Saturday, it just says wintry mix, and then you have a wintry mix of about an inch to 2 inches, and then you're going to get a little bit of rain and less than an inch of snow. So not a whole lot happening there.
You're going to get a mess.
Yeah, we're going to get slush. Now, this is the kicker. Give me North Carolina. Give me Chapel Hill. Can they even get out?
Richmond area is 2 to 4 on Saturday and 19 to 23 on Sunday.
They might get out, but they ain't getting back.
Well, what I'm saying is Chapel Hill, because I know it's supposed to be in North Carolina as
Flip
well.
the game site? Is that what you're saying?
Supposed to start Friday. A wintry mix less than an inch. Snow 9 to 11 inches.
In Chapel Hill.
Yeah. On Saturday. Oh, and then when I go to Sunday, it says precipitation total is 18 to 22 inches of snow for Chapel Hill.
See, that's why I say they may not even get out of. They may say, you know what? If we leave, how in the hell are we going to get back?
Yeah.
Look up
Salem. Hold on. Salem's pretty bad, Aaron. I've already looked because we have an office in Roanoke, so I had already looked up that way.
Holy crap.
Let me get you that total.
You might not want to wait till the weekend, Aaron. I'd go to the grocery store now.
Saturday is 6 to 8 inches.
Starting.
Sunday precipitation total 18 to 21 inches.
I don't even know.
I know we're all thinking it. I'm just going to say it. I've seen you people drive in on dry pavement. Stay home.
I don't even. You can't even get out on the roads if it's snowing that much.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, we can't even unless you got a snowplow in front of your vehicle. You're not getting out of that.
Yeah, if I don't need it, I no.
Yeah, well, you can't even get out in the road.
We're also talking about with that much snow. If it is a heavy snow, we're talking about power outages. We're talking many different things. So
yeah.
Everybody get what you got to get. Buckle up. Get warm. Yeah, you have blankets. Get things ready. God bless all of you.
You gonna find out who your friends are.
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll hope that the game can. Well, hopefully the game can go on. But if not, everybody stay home and make sure that you take precautions. Get the generators ready.
We'll beat the crap out of Carolina some other time.
Yeah, because this could be crippling for our entire state. I'm pretty sure they're gonna put out of what is it? An emergency.
Oh yeah, state of emergency.
State of emergency throughout Virginia and the Carolinas. So let's see how we do. But the basketball team, hopefully it's not too bad and they can play. But if they can't, it's okay too. Safety is the most important thing. And
a stat I heard this afternoon, it blew my I didn't say it blew my mind, but it definitely illustrates the contrast in styles from last year to this year. We are 16-2 over the first 18 games of this season. Virginia has scored over 70 points every game.
Yeah, unreal, man.
Every game.
And they scored over 80 in most of them. Out of those ones, they scored over 80 in most of them.
This is not your dad's men's basketball team.
No, it's not. It's not. And I like what they got going on. I really appreciate the way the coaches come in and change the system. And also, I really like how the kids have taken to the system. Because all those kids that came in, most of them were top scorers, top producers where they came.
It looks like a fun system to play in.
Oh yeah, it does look like a lot.
I mean, it's as a big fan of Showtime, this is starting to look a little more familiar.
Oh, it's fun. It does look fun watching them play and playing the up tempo and getting a lot of threes up. And they're also playing D. So the defense isn't, some people say, they're gonna sacrifice the defense with this being such an offensive minded program and coach. When they talk about spreading and shooting 5 out, getting more shots up in the shot clock. But no, they're playing some D as well. But he's also running 5 on, 4 off, 4 off, 5 on. So he's running between 9 to 10 players during the game.
Like you'll
trying to keep the guys as fresh.
Like the old Carolina blue and white teams, yeah.
Absolutely. So I love it, man. I love it. But if anything, let's let's hope everything continues. I'm looking forward to Charlotte going down there for the game. AB, and Ed and the rest of the team. Maybe we can all meet down in Charlotte for the ACC tournament. Basketball.
I don't need an excuse to go to Charlotte. My baby girl is down there, so I'll roll.
Yeah. I went years ago. I guess it was like 2014-ish, 15-ish, whenever we had, I think we made it to the championship game that year, but I didn't stay for the championship game because it actually snowed that weekend. Thank goodness I came back because it was like untravelable. So I've been down to Greensboro twice.
It's a nice stadium.
It's nice in general. The whole the things that they have, which I don't even know if I have them somewhere. I'm pretty sure they're underneath my bed still. But they made at the time, I mean, people still use iPads, but it was a big deal back then when iPads kind of first came out, and they had customizable iPad sleeves that you took a picture with the ACC background and they printed it on there for you and gave it to you. And it was koozies and all kinds of different stuff. Just the fan engagement before the games is fantastic. Everything that they did, fantastic.
Right. Well, I'm looking forward to it because it's going to be in Charlotte this year. And, and this is going to be like I said, this team looks like it could be a special team, and we'll see how it all shakes out. But let's get our closing statements in. I'm going to get you in here, Ed. Closing statements for the show today.
As I said at the opening, I'm excited about baseball season. It's especially in light of these wonderful weather forecasts. I'm so very much looking forward to baseball season. It's it's a new staff, a new team, 2 first-team All-Americans.
Yeah.
And of course, I think at least one of them is a transfer, maybe both of them. Duke's probably going to be suing us because we took their coach, and I think we took a couple of we took a bunch of their players, and we took a bunch of their recruits. So
Duke law against Virginia law. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Be a full court matchup, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, Duke lawyers against Virginia lawyers. They're ready for that.
Come ahead.
What's the saying they say now? You say we're here for it. We're here for that.
Bring the noise.
That's it. Let me get with you, AB. Talk to me about your closing statement for this week.
Well, as much as I hate snow, I'm actually like wanting this one because I don't think we've had a snow this big since I was in college, which was like 2009, 2010 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I want a big snow. I want to have I don't want to be stuck at the house, but at the same time, I would love a big snow. Plus, there's a lot of sickness, so hopefully it'll wash everything away. So one good snow. So, but if it does snow, everybody be careful, be safe, and we just need to kind of watch and see what we end up doing about this game on Saturday.
Absolutely. God bless everybody. In my closing statement, make sure you're safe. Get your supplies, get your foods, get things that help you stay warm, blankets, because heavens forbid, we actually, people start losing power, things start getting out of hand. But like I say, we're here for the sports, but we also are here to give any help that we need from a information standpoint. We can be a sounding board for that as well. But everybody, thank you for tuning in and hanging out, and stay safe out there. If you got anything you want to add to the chat or put in or send us messages, please do, because we always want to hear and hear what you have to say. But thank you for everything, and we will be back. We will stay on. If they can't play on Saturday, we'll get it. They'll get another day out there where they can play. But UVA basketball keep going on. Next week we will have Jackie on to give us a whole analysis of what happened in the transfer portal, what kids are in, what kids are out, and see what team we got coming on. They just broke the cap off of, or took the cap off of, winter workouts, so the kids are all working out right now. The football team getting ready for the new spring game season. But thank you for everything and hanging out with us. But as of now, this shop is closed. Thank you guys, and we will